We've got a Sagamore Conference battle coming your way tonight between the Lebanon Tigers with a record of 2-3 taking on the second-ranked team in the state in Class 3A, the Danville Warriors, who are unbeaten with a record of 5-0. Danville 1-0 in the Sagamore Conference and Lebanon 1-1 in Sagamore Conference play. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Learn more at weendeavor.com. Along with Jan Bozer, I'm John Herrick. Thank you so much for being with us from Danville. Jan, this is a rematch of the sectional game last year, which Danville beat Lebanon 60-49. So both teams would love to improve upon that performance. Lebanon would like some revenge, I'm sure. Let's start with them. They haven't had the start they've wanted, but we know they're capable of a lot more.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of unanswered questions. Obviously, both these teams play in the same conference, the same sectional. They know each other incredibly well. Lebanon, I believe, for the first 4 or 5 games, have played a little bit tougher schedule than Danville has, so there's something to be said for that 2-3 record. Danville, the first 5 games they've had, they had very little problem. So I think there's a lot of unanswered questions that we may have some answers for tonight.
And then before we get to Danville, let's tell you the starting lineups for the Lebanon Tigers. They go with Caden Lark, who's a 5'11 junior, scoring 18 points and 6 rebounds a game and 4 assists. He averaged 9 points a game last year, so he is double the point total from a year ago. Bryce Jones, a 5'11", 140-pound sophomore who's averaging 4 points and 2 rebounds. Wesley Bird, a 6'1 junior who's averaging 7 points and 4 rebounds a game. He averaged just 1 point a game last year. Jack Farrell, a 6'4", 235-pound junior who averages 11 points and 2 rebounds. And Colin Fouts rounds out the starting lineup for Lebanon. He is a 6'2", 210-pound junior who averages 2 points and 2 rebounds a game. Lebanon is coached by Albert Hendricks, who has a record of 177 wins to 145 losses in his 14 years at Lebanon. They are scoring 52 points a game, and they are allowing 58. Then you go to the Danville Warriors, who are 5-0 and 1-0 in Sagamore Conference play. And to their credit, Jan, ranked number 2 in the state, but the last 3 games they've had, the first 2 games they won by 15 points each, but against Memphis, Hamilton and Tennessee, Southmont and Harrison West Lafayette, they have won those games by a total of 8 points. So those last 3 games they've had pretty close.
Yeah, no doubt. And if you look at Lebanon, they start no seniors. And the Danville Warriors, while they have 4 or 5 on the team, they only start 2. So both teams, John, are quite literally pretty young.
And then look at the starting lineups for the Danville Warriors. Danville, of course, loves to dim the lights, play Enter Sandman from Metallica, bring out the starting lineups, and here they are for the Warriors, coached by Brian Barber. 432 wins in his career to 152 losses in his 25th year at Danville. All time, he has won 471 career games in his 28 years of coaching. Jace Scrafton is a junior, averaging 13 points, 7 rebounds a game. Lucas McMahon, a senior, averaging 7 points, 2 rebounds a game. Zach Waits is a senior, averaging 10 points and 3 rebounds a game. Last year, he averaged just 5 points, so he's double that point total. Eli Tricker, a sophomore, averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds. And Carter Ward, who is a freshman, is in the starting lineup. Well, actually, they said, okay, I think when they told me 15, they meant to say 50. So instead of Carter Ward, it's Evan Lawrence, and that would make more sense. Lawrence is an important senior on this roster, averaging 11 points and 8 rebounds a game. So Lawrence jumps it up against Jack Farrell.
Yeah, Evan Lawrence had some solid minutes in the post last year. When he plays hard, he can be effective.
So Danville wins the tip. They have the ball to begin it. Scrafton scores early.
Danville wastes no time of attack, and that's what they'll do.
Bring that full court pressure. They've always got a lively home atmosphere led by the Mob. That's what the student section at Danville loves to call themselves, the Mob. Lebanon with their first possession. The girls' game was decided handily by Danville earlier. They won 62-26 as that one goes off the hands of Lark, and it's knocked away and stolen, picked up by McMahon. On the break here is Tricker,
yes,
and
sir.
Tricker scores.
And he had a really outstanding year last year. Let me correct it. There are 3 seniors now that we got that fixed, and 2 juniors and a sophomore in the starting lineup. So a lot of people back from that last year's ball club. High expectations for the Warriors.
And they have met them so far with a record of 5-0. The only team that is ahead of them in Class 3A is Guerin Catholic. Jumper in and out from Farrell. Rebound hauled in by Evan Lawrence. But then taken away. There is Caden Lark forcing the turnover, and Lark scores the other way.
Wow, that was impressive. Lark really got up to the rim.
This Danville offense scoring 60 points a game and allowing 52. Got a feeling we're going to continue to see points in this one.
Well, Danville loves to put some points on the board. They averaged 64 last year, John. They're only averaging 60 this year.
Rebound comes into the hands of Bryce Jones off that deflection, and Lark comes up the floor. Lark with Tricker right on his back, able to get rid of it. 3 by Bird, and the rebound by Zach Waits.
Lark, one of the juniors on this Lebanon ball club, they have a lot. They feel there's a huge upside to him, John.
Scrafton kicking it to Tricker. He lets it go. Tricker knocks it down.
Set shot.
Eli Tricker with 5 early points, and it is Danville by 5.
Yeah, that's what you want to do on your home court. Really come out and get a lead. Put the pressure on your opponent.
And that's what they did.
Lebanon
Zach
needs
Waits.
a TO. Lebanon needs a TO.
Waits got the steal. McMahon the bucket. The lead is 7.
He's going to let him play through it. Let's see what happens. Sometimes this works, sometimes it don't. Let's see if he's going to let him play through this and does it work.
Bird in trouble, trapped near the sideline, able to get out of it. These are 2 coaches that have in Albert Hendricks of Lebanon and Brian Barber of Danville. They got a great relationship. They were having a good conversation before the game, but once the game gets started, you know they're all business, and the foul is called here on Jace Scrafton. The bucket goes to Jack Farrell.
Bobby Knight used to be that guy. What you felt like was an obvious timeout, he would at times just let him play through it. He was the master of saying, hey, you have to play through this and figure it out. And that's kind of what Lebanon's doing right now, John, and big bucket right there.
And Farrell completes the 3-point play, cutting the lead down to 4.
Baseline.
Grafton with a shovel pass inside. It was dangerous, picked up by McMahon, but then McMahon travels. And that is the 2nd turnover on Danville. One update to pass along to you. Jan and I found out about this before the game tonight. Noblesville and Westfield, a high school boys matchup, had to get canceled because of a sickness.
Yeah, that was going to be a big-time game. Both those ball clubs are really playing well. It's postponed. They'll reschedule it.
Yep. Jones knocks it down.
Well, coaches know better. That's why we're announcers and they're coaching.
Yep.
They're playing through it.
Yep.
But that's knowing your team. We obviously don't know the ins and outs like he does.
But then an answer on the other side as Zach Waits knocks that in.
Danville, that's one of the pieces they've done very well early this year, John. They've been shooting the 3 very effectively.
Lebanon's got to get it across here. They finally do. I got a feeling Danville's going to be using that press a lot tonight.
Oh, yeah. Coach Barber loves the pressure.
Lark for 3. Fight for the rebound. Well, it ends up in the hands of Fouts, but did Fouts push off? Yes, they say he did. That is his first. And the team's first on Lebanon. We're more than midway through the first quarter. Been tough and physical early. 12-7 the lead for Danville. Danville trying to stay unbeaten. Lebanon trying to get back to 500. And of course, this game has big conference standings implications early on, as Scrafton tries to go through the middle and is hit on the arm and fouled. That one goes against Jack Farrell. That's his first and the team's second, so no free throws yet. McMahon inbounds.
Pace a little quicker than, quite honestly, I thought it might be. But for right now, it appears Danville's kind of dictating that pace, John.
Colton Pollard comes in and he replaces Colin Fouts. Tricker Backs out the dribble. Crosses over on Lark. Tricker gets fouled. Eli Tricker, keep in mind, he's only a sophomore. And he is having quite a game so far. He averages 9 points, and he's already got 5. And he draws this foul on Colton Pollard. And that's his first and the team's third. And Tricker goes to the line. He has struggled from there this year at 47%. Danville shoots 47% from the field, 39% from 3, and 51% at the line. Lebanon, 43% from the field, 34 from 3, and 63% from the line, and Tricker couldn't get either of them. So that ends up being a good foul by Lebanon. Lark.
Wow.
Denied at the rim and waits the rebound.
He got up, but it deflected cleanly, they say.
Tricker leaves it for Lawrence, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Danville. All right, so do you think, Jan, that maybe Lebanon's weathered the storm here?
Well, certainly it hadn't got any worse, so that's the key. I mean, you got to stop the bleeding if you can. I think they've semi-played through it the next couple of minutes here. Actually, there's only 3 left in this first period. It's flying by. It's close enough that he feels comfortable to let him play.
Nice pass.
Nice shot.
And the layup is good.
Great ball fake, John.
Jack Farrell has 5 early points for Lebanon.
Now I'll answer your question. The answer is yes.
Scrafton slows it up, tries to post up with Lawrence. Lawrence turns, jump hook, no.
That's
and there's
nice.
the rebound by Farrell.
Got to get that up a little higher. That half hook has to have a chance. Get it up higher off the glass.
That one goes off the fingertips of Lark and into the hands of Scrafton, the second turnover by Lebanon.
John, we are flying up and down this court. This is a pace I quite honestly did not expect. I knew it may be at times transition-oriented, but man, we're flat out flying up and down this court.
Foul goes against Lebanon's Wesley Bird. That's his first and the team's 4th. And the free throw is good from Tricker this time. And Owen Collier is in for the first time, and Stephen Webb checks in as well. Collier averaging 7 points, Webb 4 points. And Tricker can't get the second, so he is 1 out of 4 at the line, and Jack Farrell, the rebound. Danville's lead is 4. As we come up on 2 minutes left in what's been an exciting first quarter. Bird doesn't like what he sees, so he kicks out to Jones.
Danville continues to be in that tight man-to-man. Lebanon getting really good movement, though.
Here is Jones letting it go. Rebound tipped around a few times. Tricker comes down with it.
Nice
Tricker up ahead.
Beautiful, beautiful pass, John. He had just milliseconds to get that off and just threw a dime.
Lucas McMahon, the one finishing at the cup. He's got 4. The lead is 6 now for Danville. Bird weaving his way through traffic. Ends up in the hands of Jones. Farrell.
Kick out. Really good offense. Really good spacing, inside, outside. Just the way you draw it up. Really well executed by Lebanon, John.
That's Bryce Jones who knocks it down. He's got 5, and the lead is cut to 3. Scrafton thought he was fouled, no call.
Well, he should have went under and used the rim and went reverse, but just didn't do it.
Farrell tries for the tie and misses. Webb the rebound. Danville off and running. This is McMahon, and McMahon finishes.
John, I'm exhausted. This is a pace even I can hardly handle. Just really flying up and down the court. Wow.
Lark to Jones. Finding Fouts. 3 on the way.
Got it. Wow. Lebanon really getting in the half court.
It went in and out, then back in for Wesley Bird. He averages 7. Those are his first 3. Now Lebanon putting on full court pressure.
Well, rightfully so.
Just moments ago, it was 9-2. And now Lebanon has cut it to 2. Scrafton, nice move, but he is defended very well there by Pollard. 10 seconds. Tricker trying to get around Lark. Tricker inside, lost the handle.
Well, they're letting the play, aren't they, John?
Bird with 2 seconds. He gives it up to Lark. The shot at the buzzer off the top of the backboard, and that does it for 1. We head to quarter 2 next with Danville on top by 2 on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Endeavor Communications. They thank you for watching this presentation of local high school hoops. Proud to be a part of the event. Wish all the athletes good luck during this competition. Together with our members, Endeavor Communications is committed to helping our local community thrive. For more information about the communities we serve and services we offer, go to weendeavor.com. Got a good one here early. Lebanon with the basketball, down by 2 as we start quarter number 2.
John, I thought Danville played very well. I thought Lebanon was answering the call nicely as well. How about tied now?
And Caden Lark with his 4th point early on. They're led by Bryce Jones and Jack Farrell, who each have 5 for the Tigers.
Yeah, they like this young guard. He has been explosive.
But that was a nice explosive move. Owen Collier to the basket. He is the 5th different Danville Warrior to score. They're led by Lucas McMahon and Eli Tricker, who each have 6.
Well, Owen gives them some more physical in that lineup, and he's been able to put 7-8 points a game in the bucket.
Rebound by Farrell off the Bird miss. Ball tipped away, but Lebanon holds on. Jones. Now it's Bird again. Oh, he thought about it once more, but decided to pull back. Lark put a little too much on it, and Collier, the Danville rebound. Down the floor comes McMahon. Trying to post up Lawrence. Zips it inside, ball loose. Webb had a hard time with it, and it's turned over.
I'd love to see Lawrence do a little drop step move right there, John. He's a big young man, lengthy, and take it strong to the hoop.
That's the 3rd turnover on Danville. Spinning, Lark trying to make a move, misses, tipped up, and Lawrence gets the Danville board. Both teams have scored a bucket here to begin the 2nd quarter.
And I think you're starting to see the pace take its toll a little bit. Everything's starting to slow down ever so slightly.
Lawrence got clobbered.
Great post. Great entrance pass by Collier as well. Lawrence had the defender on his back. Look at his left foot. The left foot's key here. See the left foot? Only thing the defender, when he plays him like that, could do is foul him.
That's trouble for Lebanon because Wesley Bird just picked up his 2nd. He's still out there on the floor, though, and the jumper rattles down for Zach Waits to give him 5. And that pushes the Danville lead back to 4. They've led the entire way, but Lebanon just tied it moments ago. Only to see Danville get the last 4. Lark trying to create. Open man is Jones. Now he's not, has to get rid of it. Pollard lost the handle. And they call the reach-in foul on Owen Collier. That is his 1st.
The thing about Lark, he's got such a quick first step, John. If you're not in front of him, he's going to draw that foul.
Long shot by Jones doesn't go. Fight for the rebound, won by McMahon. McMahon pushing. McMahon goes right at Lark and scores.
Exactly what you're supposed to do. If you don't read nobody's stopping ball, you don't stop. And he did, laid it in.
Lucas McMahon has 8 to lead all scorers. Bird on the move. And the ball gets stuck. So by rule, that is a jump ball possession arrow in this case. It favors Danville. I can't remember the last time I saw that.
I had one last night, the girls' game at Lanesville.
It's going to happen at least a few times a year.
Now, the difference is the girls had to get a broomstick to get it out. The one got really close. I give her credit.
Eli Tricker comes back in. McMahon heads to the bench. And Tricker is the one bringing it up. A hard screen by Lawrence.
That's legal as long as he stays. As long as Lawrence stays put, keeps his arm down, he literally takes the contact, and that's a good no call. It really is. Take a look here. As long as you're staying still, that is absolutely legal. Lebanon player is the one that takes the hard hit.
Caden Lark just committed the shooting foul on Tricker. So Tricker to the line. Cannot connect. That's been the problem, a big problem for him this year.
Well, Danville's only shooting around 69%, give or take, from the free throw line. As you go towards tournament, John, that's got to get up in the 70s.
But Tricker able to keep it alive, though. Shot doesn't go down. Fight for the rebound, and it's Lawrence right there. He can't get the follow. Tipped up, but off of who? Danville. So it's Lebanon basketball.
Lawrence got to use those legs a little more. He's a big dude. Put that thing right up off the glass.
Lebanon on a bit of a dry spell here. They got that bucket from Caden Lark to start the quarter and tie the game. But ever since then, last few possessions have come up empty.
Yeah, but the good news is they're still only down 2 possessions, John.
Lark finds an open Bird. Nearly poked away by Tricker. Also in the Lebanon lineup is Bryce Nelson, a 5'9" junior. Long three by Farrell. There's Bird with the follow, and he's fouled from behind.
Yeah, really nice offensive board, John. Lebanon averages a little over 8 offensive boards per game, and if they can at least equal or better the offensive rebounds against Danville, that'll be a plus.
You see why Waits is upset. I think he thought he had all ball. Bird to the free throw line where he makes that one. He's a 75% free throw shooter. 6'1", 150-pound junior. He only averaged 1 point a game last year, and this year he's averaging 7. Right now he's got 5.
That's an improvement. That's what you want. You want the young people to step up their game for the next and following year.
Danville leads the all-time series in the last 35 years, so 21-14. Fall-away jumper by Collier. And there is Lark with a rebound.
Tough shot, fall away.
Lark against Tricker. And Tricker knocks it out. Lark thought he was fouled. Referee doesn't buy it. Pollard inbounds. A tough physical first half. Everything you would expect from a Sagamore Conference rivalry game.
Well, we've kind of slowly but surely crossed over to a half-court game.
And nice back cut there by Farrell. He got it to Lark, but Lark misses.
Got to use the glass, John.
And Tricker does use the glass here and scores. He's got 8.
If you use the glass, your chances of it falling out of the rim are far less than when you don't.
Bird gives it to Pollard, who lets it go. Got his own rebound, though.
Somebody didn't check out. Barber's not going to be happy at that. And there it is, because that was flat out a missed checkout.
Foul on Evan Lawrence. That is his first. That's also the team's third, so no free throws yet. Bird inbounds. He finds an open Nelson. Nelson through traffic, and Bryce Nelson scores.
Yeah, he just kind of stretched out to lay that one in. Good move. Down to 4, the lead for Danville.
5th different Lebanon Tiger to get in the scoring column. Tricker backs it out. Collier dumps it down. Lawrence powering his way in, and Lawrence scores.
Really good body movement. That's using your body. Use the glass. You did everything that you need to do. Lawrence with a super good move. And they need more of that out of him, because what happens, John, if he's effective down low, that brings that defense to collapse, opens you up a little more from outside.
And Eli Tricker just fouled Lark. Lark basically telling the referee afterwards, yeah, watch him, he's all over me. So the next foul puts Lebanon on the line if it's committed by Danville. Lark, oh, he thought about it. Gets a screen from Farrell. Open shot for Nelson. Fight for the rebound. Lawrence has it.
Not a bad shot, John. Not a bad shot. They're getting still good spacing. Got an open look, just didn't put it in.
Tricker able to hand it off to Scrafton, who can't get it to go. There's Lawrence. He doesn't either. And Waits has it and gives another crack at it for Danville. Lawrence posting up. Got it, and the foul.
There you go. I'm telling you, I don't want to try to put more pressure on this guy than he probably puts on himself. But when he plays physical, he can be super effective. And as I said before, when he is effective, that does nothing but open it up from outside.
Out of the game comes Nelson. That is the second foul on Jack Farrell. But Farrell staying out there. Free throw made by Lawrence. That's just his 9th free throw this year. He's 5 of 9 from there, and he now has 5 points.
Lead all of a sudden back up to 9.
And it was tied not long ago. Since then, a 13-4 run by Danville. Make it 13-7 because Jack Farrell just knocked down a big shot. And right after that, a timeout was called by Albert Hendricks, the head coach for Lebanon. This is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And remind you that you may know Perry Kitchen from his days on an MLS pitch. Today, his pitch is this: finding you the absolute best deal for your mortgage. Contact Perry and approve mortgage today at 317-509-0929. Approved Mortgage is Central Indiana's oldest locally owned and operated firm, and Perry is ready to help you find your dream home today. Call 317-509-0929. Along with Jan Bozer, I'm John Herrick. Thank you for being with us from Danville. Sagamore Conference doubleheader, and Lebanon has cut the lead to 6. And Jan, what do you think they can do to build on that out of this timeout?
Well, I tell you what I do like about Lebanon. They've gotten down by 9 a few times, and they've clawed themselves back. I think they're getting good shots, John. You know, when you get good shots, you just got to put them in. You can't criticize most cases their shot selection.
But they turn it over here, they're 4th, and then Tricker takes it away. Lark runs into a cheerleader on accident. It's a 5-on-4 for Danville, a 3 on the way, off the mark. But there's the offensive rebound and the putback by Lucas McMahon.
There's your difference right now. The rebound category is slowly getting away from Lebanon. Danville doing a much better job on the offensive and defensive boards.
And, well, Scrafton was chasing that. And I think they're saying, all right, yep, they needed to talk about it and make sure that they came to an agreement that that was indeed Danville ball, and it was. It's a Lebanon turnover, their 4th.
Officials letting them play.
Yep.
They've been very consistent on both ends how they're refereeing this game. You as a player have said this almost every telecast, John. You have to adjust accordingly. If they're going to let you play, be as physical as you can.
Tricker for a long 3. Bird the Lebanon rebound. 40 seconds to go in the half. And Lark looks back at his head coach, Albert Hendricks, who just put one finger up in the air and called for one shot.
Absolutely. If you end right here, you're okay. At best, get a good shot and close the gap. Should go with about 8 to 10 seconds on the clock, John.
Well, now we're at 10.
There you go.
Lark. Rebound. Lawrence. 3 seconds. 2. Here's Tricker up the floor. Shot by Scrafton, and he got it at the buzzer.
Count it.
Jay Scrafton knocks down the 3.
Oh, count that, baby. How He timed that with perfection, John. Caught it, got his feet set. Take a look at this. Just great ball rotation. Look how well he elevates. Count it.
And Jack Farrell tried to get over there, but he was too late. And Danville with their largest lead of the game at the half. It is 11, 35-24. Our halftime show comes up when we come back on the ISC Sports Network.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
At the half, it's an 11-point lead for Danville in our boys contest, 35-24 on the ISC Sports Network. Endeavor Communications would like to say, welcome to this Sagamore Conference rivalry. We're proud to be a part of this local event and wish all the athletes good luck during this competition. Together with our members, Endeavor Communications is committed to helping our local community thrive. For more information about the communities we serve and services we offer, visit us at weendeavor.com. Along with Jan Bozer, I'm John Herrick. Thank you for being with us on this one. The girls' game, heavily in favor of Danville. They beat Lebanon earlier tonight, 62-26. We also had a really cool Special Olympics game
very cool.
in between these two. And now we got the Chuck a Duck competition going on where people, pay money to get the duck, and whoever gets it closest to
They got a little swimming pools.
Yeah, they got.
I had seen that.
That's a new wrinkle to it.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun stuff going on at Danville here tonight.
What a fun time. Thank you to all the people here. Danville, Lebanon really in support of the whole thing too. It's something they do here, and just been a great night of festivities, raising some money for a great cause, and two good schools putting on two good basketball games.
Well, it's pretty simple, Jan. This was a tie game early in the second quarter at 17-all, but then it was Danville turning on the Jets there as they outscore Lebanon 18-7 the rest of the way. How are they able to do that?
Rebounding, they especially there in the second quarter, that was the difference. Their ability to get the transition game. You can't do transition if you don't rebound, and they clearly were rebounding, got some offensive rebounds, and just that really changed the complexity of the game. And then, of course, it doesn't hurt to have a 23-foot three-pointer at the buzzer to stimulate you at halftime.
And Danville trying to stay unbeaten. They're 5-0. Lebanon trying to get back to 500 at 3-3. The individual scoring in the first half, Lucas McMahon leads all scorers for Danville. He's got 10. Eli Tricker's got 8, 5 points each for Zach Waits, Jace Scrafton, and Evan Lawrence, and 2 points for Owen Collier. Then for Lebanon, they were led by Jack Farrell, who's got 8, 5 for Wesley Bird, 4 for Caden Lark, and 2 for Bryce Nelson. Bryce Jones has 5 points. Couple of foul trouble scenarios for Lebanon. Wesley Bird and Jack Farrell each have 2, and nobody in real foul trouble to speak of for Danville. We will look at the first half highlights when we come back in just a moment. You're watching the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights on the ISC Sports Network. It was several different guys making plays for Danville here, Jan.
Yeah, it was. And I thought early Lebanon did a pretty good job of handling the pace that I thought was awful good. But I do think in that second period, the pace took its toll on Lebanon a little bit.
They did make some nice plays with Jack Farrell. I was impressed with him. He's averaging 11 points a game. He's already got 8 at the half. But I think the biggest thing to look at, and Lebanon coach Albert Hendricks told us both this week, Jan, that the key would be rebounding, and the offensive rebounds that Danville's gotten and when they've gotten them have been momentum killers.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Well said, John. And they have a lineup that they can go relatively big down on the big three. And when they had the big three in there, they flat out really dominated the boards.
Mm-hmm. Last jump shot there by Lark. This was a pivotal play in the first half that got the crowd into it. Evan Lawrence getting that and one. And then another follow there off an offensive rebound miss. And this is probably one of the best plays we've had in a long time. 3 by Jace Scrafton at the buzzer to give his team an 11-point lead. So I think the start of the third quarter is going to be a very important one for Lebanon here. You just let Danville get that shot up to take their largest lead of the game after being tied with them in the second quarter. So these first few minutes of the third will be critical for the Tigers.
Yeah, well said, John. No question about it. You know, the start of the second half, the first 3 to 5 minutes, you always hear high school and college coaches say, whether it's tied, whether the score is a big difference, that is such a huge time period to kind of direct what the rest of the game's going to be. And now Lebanon's got to find some points, John. They're tied for the most of that first half, and now they're down 11. They've got to figure out a way to make good shot selection because they're getting beat on the boards. That may not change, so if it doesn't change, shot selection is so huge.
What do you think about what Danville needs to do?
Listen, I've made it very clear. I think Lawrence is such a factor. Not only in this game, but down the stretch. Get his confidence, continue to build on it, and the more productive he is inside, that does nothing but open it up for what's really been some pretty good three-point shooting.
Yeah, for Danville, they hit, let's see here, 2 threes in that first half, and Lebanon was able to stay in it because they knocked down 3 threes in that first half. Endeavor Communications wants to wish both of the teams in tonight's game good luck this season. Together with our members, Endeavor Communications is committed to helping our local community thrive. For more information about the communities we serve and services we offer, visit us at weendeavor.com. Busy time of year, a lot of basketball games being played in a short amount of time. For Lebanon, they've basically been on the schedule where they play one game a week. Their last game out was last Friday, a 60-52 win over Western Boone. Then after tonight, they go to Hamilton Heights next Friday, and then they play in a tournament on December 28th after Christmas. For Danville, same situation in the sense that they don't play another game until next Friday in a tournament where they face Ohio County of Kentucky, and then they've got the Hendricks County tournament, but that's not until January 2nd. So both these teams are going to be playing, but they have some time off in between games, which is good for rest.
And I'll tell you, if you're a basketball junkie like we are, there's a whole slate of high school games tomorrow and two kind of big college games on each end of the state.
Oh, no kidding. Tomorrow's going to be one of the most busy days in Indiana this year from a sports standpoint. Got Purdue, Arizona, the Indy Classic, IU and Kansas. There's Lark with a jumper that doesn't go. Lawrence the rebound.
Nice.
He has been strong on the boards.
And that's just, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but he can be a difference maker. He can absolutely be a difference maker on this ball club.
Evan Lawrence averages 8 rebounds a game. He's already got 5. McMahon.
I don't have his height, John. I'm guessing 6'7", 6'8", maybe, and he's a big, solid kid.
3 on the way by Waits. And there's
a rebound.
McMahon. And that's a travel on Scrafton.
Yep, shifted both feet. That's a no-no. I thought for the most part, Danville did a pretty good job of not turning the ball over in that first half.
One thing that's interesting, Coach Brian Barber of Danville and Albert Hendricks of Lebanon, they both have overcome some health scares late in their career to keep coaching. And it's something that they kind of bonded over. And even though they've coached against each other a lot, I talked to both of them before the game. There's a lot of mutual respect there.
Yeah.
And over an almost 800 combined wins between the two of them. There's a rebound by Tricker off the miss. Tricker's pass deflected and stolen away. And here's Lark. Had the right idea, but threw it by Fouts. Fouts was able to pick it back up, though. Both teams searching for their first second-half bucket. Lark, boy, he and Tricker have had quite the battle tonight. That's the second foul on Tricker. So that's the first player on Danville to pick up 2 fouls.
How can you not think about it? I think we got a timeout here, John.
And this is a 30-second timeout, I believe.
Yep, it is.
Yep, so we'll go ahead and keep it right here.
Well, I started to say, John, when you think of Lebanon, I did not realize until I looked at the history of Lebanon a little more. They have won 3 state championships, but they're way back in the 50s. But how about some names like Rick Mount, the Walker brothers, and some other really, really good ball players that have played on that Lebanon court.
And also, too, they have 51 sectional titles.
Yes.
12 regionals. And so the last time they've won a sectional, though, was 2018.
That's absolutely true.
And so Danville, even though they're not as historically successful as Lebanon, because Danville's never won a state championship in boys basketball, they've had better success in the sectional recently. So
won their last 2.
It's an interesting dichotomy there. Farrell, hands off to Bird.
Well, you see these 2 teams and you go, they're the same county, same conference, same sectional. They kind of know each other, John.
Yep. They can get on each other's nerves.
Yes, they do. Lebanon looks like they're going to slow down this half-court game a little bit.
Well, 3 by Farrell.
Not a bad shot. Good rebound.
How about Lark this time?
Boy,
Tricker had it, lost it, got it back.
You can't criticize the shot selection by Lebanon. They're just not hitting open jumpers.
And then Scrafton, that ball goes off his foot. That's the 7th turnover by Danville.
Sometimes when the shots don't go in, you go, well, that's too quick, not a good look. Most of their looks have been clean. They just not drilled them.
Caden Lark, who has 4 points tonight. He's been held in check. I mean, for Lebanon, he averages 18 points. 6 rebounds and 4 assists. He's got 4 points and 2 turnovers.
And clearly, Coach Hendricks is telling them that he wants to make this a half-court game.
Right idea, but he threw it over the head of Fouts and out of bounds. Now, also keep in mind, unlike the girls, because we had the girls' game before this, they just played their 11th game. These two teams here are playing their 6th.
Right.
So it can take some time to figure things out.
Yeah, you're just getting started, quite honestly, on the boys' schedule.
Ball knocked free. Lark going down to get it, harassing Tricker. Tricker threw it up.
That should be over
and back.
Wait,
well, they're going to talk about it.
I think it is.
See what they decide.
Yeah, absolutely it is, because here's how you call that. Danville established their court. Danville's the last one to touch it, so clearly it has to be over the back. To establish the new court, you have to have 2 feet in the ball. That establishes a court. Now, if Lebanon would have touched it, it still would have been okay, but I didn't see it, neither did official.
So Danville had 4 turnovers that entire first half. They already have 4 here in the third quarter. Lark trying to set something up. Neither team has scored in the second half yet. Trying to change that is Farrell. No. Lark the rebound. So Lebanon saying we got to crash the boards if we're going to have a chance, and they've done it here in the third quarter so far. Farrell into traffic, lost it, got it back. He says it was deflected. They say no, it's out of bounds, back to Danville. Both teams just turning it over right now.
Danville's interior has really kind of forced Lebanon's game to be all jump shots from outside. Not a bad strategy, but once again, Lebanon just really struggling to shoot the ball today.
Farrell leaves. Colton Pollard comes in for him. Up the floor, layup, no. But it looks like there was a foul. Lucas McMahon, the one taking it to the rack, and he draws the foul on Bryce Jones.
Once again, the offensive player with the ball has to make a quick decision. Is the defender moving? If it is, the rule of thumb is don't stop, because the only thing he can do as a defender is foul you.
There's just a lid on the basket right now for both teams. Lucas McMahon misses that free throw, and he's normally pretty reliable. He's the best free throw shooter Danville's got at 80%. Rattles the second one down, so he's got 11. And still, both teams have not had a made field goal. That was a made free throw.
Well, and that, quite honestly, even though Danville has not shot the ball well, Lebanon's not been able to take advantage of it.
Lark off target. And there was a lot of hand fighting there. And Albert Hendricks is happy because this foul is going against...
It's going against Lebanon. Pollard.
Okay. Well, I don't... Maybe he was clapping to get his...
Well, I seen the foul.
Yeah.
Lawrence got pushed in the back, so it's a call.
And Pollard picks up his first, team second. There's a steal for Lark, and Lark has the layup the other way. And finally, we have a made field goal in this period.
Danville got a little careless with the ball that time.
Danville's turned it over 9 times, 5 in the second half, and Coach Brian Barber has said, I'm not loving this.
Nope, you're right, John.
So he calls timeout. His team leads by 10. 3:49 left in the third quarter. Back in a moment on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Well, it's 36-26. That is the lead here for Danville, but Danville has turned it over 5 times in the second half, and all they have is a made free throw. So, Jan, what do they need to do to correct things right now?
Let's start with the timeout. Coach Barber, he can handle a lot, but careless with the basketball ain't one of them. So he made that well known, guys, you get careless, that's not going to cut it. They got to go back to run their offense. It's kind of turned into this half-court game. Go inside, outside is what I would do.
That's exactly what they do, Jan, as they go to Stephen Webb Webb, who only averages 4 points a game, gets his first bucket and a nice find underneath.
Yeah, you got an advantage. Take advantage of it, no pun intended.
Pollard looking around to Lark. Lark through traffic, and he lays it in.
I like the fact this young man's taking the game over. When you're struggling, go to the guy who's making something happen. How about that?
And he gets the steal near the sideline. His third steal of the night. Lark.
Oh, that's pretty. Didn't finish.
Saved, though. What a play by Fouts to keep it alive. 3 by Pollard. Fouts another rebound.
Lebanon getting on the boards. You got to like that if you're a Tiger fan.
That was a problem for them in the first half.
It
They
sure was.
made it a point of emphasis in the second. Bird. Jones on the drive. Did he step out? Nope, they're saying the foul was out there.
Yeah, I think they got Collier.
And so in Collier's second and the team's second.
Boy, this has been what was such a fun and exciting first half. This has gotten a little sloppy.
It's like Stephen Webb checked out. Jumper from Lark. Got the roll.
Man, he's been the highlight, quite honestly, of this third quarter, John.
He has scored all of the points for Lebanon in this period. Lawrence gets it back. Pounds his way inside. Reverse layup. Got it.
There you go. You can't teach 6'8" and thick. You just can't. Use it.
His first basket of the second half to give him 7. The lead is 10 for Danville. Lark lost the handle. The ball almost went in, and loose, picked up by Scrafton, and he threw it away.
I'm not so sure. Lark might be a little shaken. He got up a little ginger on that leg.
5'11", 175-pound junior.
There you see him back in your picture. I think
Yep.
he looks okay now, but he got up a little slow.
He did. He's clearly all right. He has been the whole offense for Lebanon in this third quarter.
Johnny's been solid, but they still trail by 10.
That time he's well short. Collier the board. Oh, Lawrence was open for a second, but Scrafton saw him, only saw him too late. Tricker got the roll. Eli Tricker in double figures with 10 now.
Well, you got to thank Coach Barber at that timeout. Said, guys, pound it inside until you can't.
Bird leaves it right for Jones for 3. And Bryce Jones has his second 3 of the night. Timeout called immediately after the shot is made. It's 42-33. Lebanon calls a timeout. This is a full one. We'll pause with them as well on the ISC Sports Network.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
Out of the timeout, Danville basketball. A 3 by Lebanon's Bryce Jones, and then Lebanon called timeout. Trying to get their defense set up here. See if they can have a big, strong effort to close the third quarter. Lawrence got it, lost it, got it back, fouled.
That's a good job. Almost brought the ball down a little low, but he's strong enough he got away with it. Went up, got fouled. Take a look. See, big guys never want to bring the ball down. I think he may have got a slap down. Keep that ball up high.
Colin Fouts just got called for that. That's his second. Team's third in the quarter, but it was in the act of shooting, and Lawrence misses the free throw. He's 1 of 2 at the line. He is now 5 of 10 on the season, putting him at 50%. Able to hit the second. He's got 8. Lucas McMahon has 11, Eli Tricker with 10 to lead Danville in scoring. Their lead is back to 10. Lark tries to cut into it. Nice move off the glass and in.
Yeah, this young man's been impressive, John. The lead at halftime was 11. Let's see if Lebanon can make any dent in it.
And Tricker able to blow by Lark and score. Eli Tricker and Caden Lark. That has been an outstanding matchup to watch tonight. Those two have gone back and forth. And it looks like Danville's in a zone defense here, a 2-3.
Well, this does a couple things. It's going to kind of, if you will, rest just ever so slightly. Plus, anytime you change defenses during a game, it forces the offense to adjust or rethink.
Lebanon appears content to hold, which is an odd choice, down by 10 here.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is get this thing obviously under 10. They don't want to take a chance of Danville extending the lead. But you're right, double ditches still. They got a lot of work to do if they're going to have a shot at getting this one.
Long three on the way by Farrell. And the rebound by Scrafton,
that's
two.
A great rebound.
Three by McMahon. Almost hit that one, but that takes care of the third quarter. Danville maintains their double-digit lead as we head to the fourth on the ISC Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
1 quarter left in what's been a big Sagamore Conference battle. Endeavor Communications wants to say good luck to the Danville Warriors the rest of the season. We're proud to be part of this local event. Together with our members, Endeavor Communications is committed to helping our local community thrive. For more information about the communities we serve and services we offer, visit weendeavor.com. Along with Jan Bozer, I'm John Herrick. Thank you for being with us on the ISC Sports Network. Big thanks also to Alex Laverne, our camera operator, and Vince Morellis, our technical director. And the pass inside, caught by Scrafton. He is fouled from behind, and he's going to the line, it looks like. Yes, they say the act of shooting. The foul is on Colton Pollard. That is his third, and the team's first here in the fourth period.
John, that third quarter was certainly Lebanon's best defensive period, held Danville just 10. They outscored Danville 11-10. They still got a lot of work to do to get back in this thing.
They did force, in that period as well, 7 Danville turnovers. Danville only had 4 turnovers at the half. They have 11 now. And he's able to make both, is Jace Scrafton. Scrafton had arguably the biggest play of the game with that buzzer-beating 3 right before the horn sounded to end the second quarter.
Yeah, and that was a backbreaker, too, because not only was it a big-time play, but really took the momentum into halftime.
Lebanon trying to find something.
Well,
Danville content to stay in the zone.
Yeah, Lebanon has not shot that well from outside, so the zones kind of say, listen, we're going to force you to continue outside.
Lebanon's used a lot of time on this possession. They've got Lark down on the block. Bird for 3. Tipped up, grabbed by Farrell.
Well, the zone did what it was supposed to do, continue to force Lebanon to shoot from outside.
Laverne trying to drive his way through it. Draws a crowd, shoots over Lawrence, nearly scores, and the rebound by Scrafton.
Nothing wrong with that shot. In the paint, dribble drive, just couldn't get it to fall.
Scrafton to Tricker. Down the middle, and Tricker with a big bucket.
Really nice pass. Had the man cutting in the lane. led him with a nice pass.
Eli Tricker now leads all scorers with 14, and that is Danville's new biggest lead.
Yeah, Danville's now starting to pull away here, John. Lebanon's got to find an answer, and they got to find it fast. They can't continue to run 30, 45 seconds off each possession. Just not enough possessions to win.
Lark.
You know, there's that fine line between speeding up and still making a good shot. You can't win if you don't get enough shots, but you don't want to shoot yourself completely out of the game either.
They've had the ball for almost a minute now.
Yeah, that's less than 7 possessions left if every possession is that time frame.
Lark inside through traffic, lost the handle. I mean, you do all that work, you have it for that long, and you turn it over. Tricker. Down low, there's Lawrence losing it, getting it back and fouling.
That's what I would do. Right now with this huge lead, I would just try to get my team at the free throw line nonstop, get the big guys posted, get them the ball. Good offense.
Foul goes against Jack Farrell. That is his third. Team's second in the fourth. Lawrence, perfect on that one.
You know, you got a pretty nice front line there, Scrafton and Lawrence. That's some serious length inside.
Lawrence able to get them both. He's 3 of 4 at the line tonight. Lead is 16 for Danville now, 51-35.
Danville's size and rebounding slowly but surely through this game, John, has just taken its toll.
Offensive rebound nearly gathered in by Farrell off the miss from Lark, and he's fouled.
Yeah, what you don't want to do if you're Danville, last thing you want to do if you're Danville is stop the clock.
Yep.
Just keep your hand straight up. If he hits it, he hits it. But the last thing you want to do is stop the clock and shoot free throws.
Second foul on Waits, free throw up and good from Farrell. Farrell's 2 of 2 at the line tonight. Jack Farrell's had a solid game, 9 points.
Danville's going to go with it. We talked about this earlier. This is their biggest lineup down below, and they've been Collier back in to put that big lineup back in to protect the rim.
Make it now 10 for Jack Farrell. And a carrying violation is called on Tricker. He can't believe it.
Well, there's a fine line. Sometimes they'll call it palm, sometimes they'll call it a carry, but you can't have extra steps in between a bounce or they're going to get a palm or a carry.
And officials watch for that if they see something awkward.
Good ones do. A lot of times players will get away with it for a while, and then somebody who calls it correctly and they don't get it.
What a steal there by Scrafton on that cross-court skip pass. 8 turnovers on Lebanon. Contact in the lane. Official says we're staying on this end, so it's a Lebanon foul.
Had a really good crowd here today, lots of fun. Great time at Danville. Want to thank all the administration for their hospitality. Always great to come to Danville.
Caden Lark commits that foul. That's his second. Scrafton, he might have been fouled, and I believe he was. Looked like Colton Pollard got him, and if that is on Pollard, that's his 4th. Either way, it's the 4th team foul on Lebanon, so now Danville shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way on every foul. Lucas McMahon inbounds. The lob into Lawrence, and Lark takes it away, and then he gets clobbered, and that could be trouble because Lawrence landed on his legs.
He flat out did.
Ooh, ouch. And Lawrence with his second. Lark's slow to get up, and the referee, in a classy move, helps him up. Lark looks over at his coach, Albert Hendricks, saying, I'm good, I'm good.
As he wobbles. That's what good players do. They said, listen, it only hurts when I walk.
Run. Yeah, and, right on that left leg.
Yes, he did. That's smart.
Of course, that's just the second foul on Danville, so we just continue play.
Trying to shake it off. I think that ankle's hurting just ever so slightly. Hopefully he can run it off. Sometimes you can.
Tricker with nice hands, but then he commits the offensive foul.
Yeah, he hesitated, John, just enough. And Lebanon was able to work around there and get good position.
For Tricker, that is his third, I believe. Yep. And that's team foul number 3 on Danville. This game's been chippy at times, as you might imagine. Sagamore conference game, rivalry game. Farrell lost it. Ball's loose on the ground. Held ball. Possession arrow should be Lebanon's.
Well,
it is.
You got 4:14 here, John. That's plenty of time to make a run if Lebanon's got it in them, but they're going to have to find a little more energy, and they can't continue just this half court working the clock. That's kind of what they do. It's hard to get away from what you do, but clock says you better find something else right now.
Owen Collier needed a moment to tie his shoe. Danville scores 60 points a game on average. They're at 51 right now, ranked second in the state in Class 3A, behind only Garin Catholic. Be interesting to see what the polls say early next week. Farrell, a deep 3.
There you go. That brings it down a little more, still double figures. Now you got to press Danville all over this court. How much energy do they have left, John?
Collier through traffic. They call a reach-in foul. Farrell can't believe it. Yep, and that's Farrell's 4th. So Jack Farrell and Colton Pollard both have 4 fouls for Lebanon. And again, like I said, they're in the penalty. So Danville gets 2 free throws on every trip down here, every time there's a foul. So Owen Collier to the line. He's only taken 5 free throws, now 6, and he's just made 2 of them this year. He's 2 of 6 at the line. He's got 2 points. Got the roll that time. 52-40, the lead is back to 12. Danville staying with the zone. Bird can certainly shoot it. He's shown he's capable. Lark with a pass to Bird. He's got the opening. And the rebound by Scrafton off the miss.
Not a bad shot, John. They've shot the 3 okay at times, but just not consistent enough to chip into this lead.
And Lucas McMahon just darting the other way and scoring. He's got 13. The lead is back to 14, off the fingertips of Pollard, but he saves it back out to Lark. Thought about it, then passed it up. Lark with the ball fake and a 3. Got the roll. Caden Lark has 15 now. Tricker on the attack. I was actually surprised. I was like, is he going to slow it up? He realizes what the score is, right? And he did.
Yeah, this is the right thing to do.
Now you wonder how long will Lebanon wait before they start fouling.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, I always believe you start now. Why let a lot of clock run off if you're going to foul?
Scrafton misses, but there's Lawrence chasing down the offensive rebound. 3 on the way.
Well, I'm not sure he wanted that shot.
Yeah, not sure he wanted to take a quick shot like that, and I know Coach Brian Barber wasn't too happy about that. Lark has it in the corner. Lark offline. Lawrence another rebound. He's now got 10 on the evening.
Know the score, know the score. There you go.
So by 10 rebounds and 10 points. So now Evan Lawrence with a double-double for the Warriors. Scrafton pulls it back. Is Lebanon going to foul? They're not doing it yet.
Obviously, they're not. If they
tried to get an offensive foul call, didn't work. And Lawrence missed it, got it back, and he got clobbered there. And I think there's some chippiness definitely between him and Lark, you know, especially after he fell on Lark earlier. Lark seems to be gimping a little bit.
Yeah, he's taking some shots tonight, and I think he's still from that where he was rolled by Lawrence a little bit.
Yeah, he's hunched over.
Yeah, that leg's starting to tighten up on him a little bit.
Lawrence had made 3 in a row until that, so can't blame the announcer. I didn't say anything.
Oh, that's okay. I always get the blame, so you're all right.
Didn't get either of them. Rebound there by Jones. So break for Lebanon, but now they need points really fast. Bird, they wrap it around. 3 on the way by Pollard. Colton Pollard with his first basket of the night. Timeout called here by Lebanon.
30 seconds, John, 30.
So we'll be keeping it here for the rest of the way. Albert Hendricks picks up that clipboard, has a chance to talk it over with his team. And this is kind of where it's tough in this spot, Jan. All this time that ran off, right?
Yeah.
You think about the cumulative effect of that if you're Lebanon. The time that ran off the clock to start the third quarter when you were passing the ball around.
Absolutely.
Down by double digits.
You're absolutely right.
You know, the time that ran off the clock when you didn't foul on these last couple possessions.
Well, and listen, let's give Lebanon this credit. They scratched and clawed, but you're right. The hourglass is just about empty. It's just not going to allow itself most likely to have enough time.
The last 3 wins for Danville have been close. They've won them by a combined total of 8 points, and they lead by 8 right now. Tricker, risky pass, caught by Scrapton. He's bumped. Surprised they didn't call that. That would have been his 5th. And now there is a foul. Pollard got a little excessive there as he shoves Collier. Collier didn't like it.
Yeah, you got to stay cool here.
Last thing we need is anything other than basketball. Don't need any extracurricular activities. Pollard just fouled out of the game. He fouls out with 3 points. Coach Albert Hendricks of Lebanon didn't look too happy about something.
He's going to take his whole 30 seconds allotted for a 5 foul.
You typically see that when a player fouls out. Usually the coach is either talking to the official or taking as much of that 30-second time as he can before he gets the player in to replace his other player who just fouled out. Collier makes it. Now, even though Collier has, on the season, 4 of 8 rather at the line, he's still, he's got no problem just going up there and letting it fly. They got it.
Got a little bit of a rhythm there, sunk to 2.
He's now made 3 in a row. The lead is back to 10 for Danville. So, good battle here. Lebanon had their chances. They tied the game up after they fell behind 9-2 early. Clawed their way back, but in the end, not enough as a 3 is off the mark there from Reese Guyman, 6'3" senior who is in for the first time. Farrell a 3, got that. So Jack Farrell hits his 3rd 3 of the game. Timeout called by Lebanon. And again, they've got, after this, 1 remaining. So still a lot of time to go. But got to play the foul game, and a lot of things have to break your way.
Well, it's been an interesting ball game. Started off like a rocket ship, and honestly, I thought that pace, and I said this before, Lebanon kind of stayed with it, but I thought it warmed down a little bit. They didn't go real deep on their bench, so I think it did have some adverse effects, but Danville does what Danville does. They average about 60 points, 56, 58. It's not over with. They may reach their 60, and they hold their opponents around 51. Lebanon's got 49. That may be 51. So Danville's been consistent both offensively and defensively. Lebanon, really the problem has been a little more on that defensive side, John. They're giving up 57, 58 points, and that's going to be clear again today.
Big thanks to our director, Vince Morellis, our camera operator, Alex Laverne. For my partner, Jan Bozer, I'm John Herrick. It's been great to have you with us on a Friday night double-header edition of high school basketball. We've even had some special Olympic basketball in there as well.
That was so much fun. I just congratulate everybody who was here and got behind that. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that.
Now they got to play the foul game. Looks like Bird commits that one. Yep. And Bird's got 3, so again, bonus time, which means 2 free throws for Owen Collier.
We used to call this pad the stat time, John.
Yep, yeah. And that's exactly what Collier's doing. He came into this game averaging 7 points and 3 boards. Now he's got 7.
Got in a groove now.
He's made 5 in a row from the line after missing his first one. And then a 3 on the other end knocked down.
It's a 6-point game. To your point, the hourglass going to run out, and somehow Lebanon has got this thing down to within a 2-possession game.
Guyman with the foul.
How about that? Hit these, and it may be enough.
And you got the man you want on the line, and Lucas McMahon. Now a whistle.
Uh-oh. Well, he blew that whistle during the free throw. Somebody has thrown something out on the floor.
Somebody threw something out onto the court, yeah.
That's a no-no.
Referee, I think, saw whoever it was.
Yeah, that should be an escort, what that ought to be. And there he goes.
Yep, I think it was a Lebanon fan. They just threw him out of the game.
That's ridiculous. You don't do that.
Yep. Next violation of that is a technical foul, as the PA announcer announces.
That's just silly.
And they wave that free throw off. They say no. He went over the line. Up the floor we go in a hurry. Nelson shovels it off. 3 got knocked away. Bird's got it. He chucks one up. Rebound by McMahon. That does it. And your final score, Danville 59, Lebanon 52 in a hard-fought physical Sagamore Conference boys basketball game. Danville stays unbeaten. They are 6-0 overall, still ranked number 2 in Class 3A, and they are 2-0 in the Sagamore Conference. Lebanon falls to 2-4. They are now 1-2 in Sagamore Conference play. So Danville with some big advantage there over Lebanon as they get that win, and a big conference win at that. Jan, your final thoughts on what was an outstanding basketball game?
Well, I think that when it's all broken down, I thought the bigs were the difference in this game for Danville. Rebounding, the play inside. It was hard fought. Hey, Lebanon make a little run there at the end, but at the end of the day, Danville's home court and the inside guys were the difference, John.
Yes, they were. And as we have told you all night long, this game has been brought to you in part by Endeavor Communications, internet speeds up to a gig. Learn more at weendeavor.com. For my partner, Jan Bozer, camera operator Alex Laverne, and our director, Vince Morellis, I'm John Herrick saying so long from Danville. Danville girls win, and the Danville boys win as part of this Danville-Lebanon doubleheader in the Sagamore Conference. You've been watching high school basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.